All right, then double Diwali, that's the wording that the Prime Minister, in fact, has used when it comes to these GST reforms. In fact, let's take a closer look. Let's get Shrimi Chaudhary on board to help us understand all of those important details when it comes to these reforms. Shrimi, over to you.
Yeah, so a few hours after the Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced a major overhaul of GST, at least indicating towards it in his Independence Day address, Finance Ministry has released a comprehensive blueprint for next generation GST reform, so 2.0, GST 2.0. So reform plan is structured around three key pillars: structured correction, rate rationalization, and ease of living, with the aim of creating a simpler, fairer, and more transparent indirect tax system. Now, at the core of the proposal in the correction of inverted duty structure, which government says will reduce the accumulation of input tax credit and promote domestic value addition. Now, this has been the pain point for industry to have, inverted duty structure, and that correction is expected in the next GST Council meeting. And in fact, I'll come to that later. But what blueprint is suggesting at this point from the Finmin is that the plan is aiming to resolve long-pending classification disputes. Center has also emphasized that need to provide stability and predictability in tax rate to ensure better business planning. But the most significant point, what Finmin is suggesting, that there will be a significant shift from previous discussion around a three-rate GST model. The government is now proposing, the central government is now proposing a move towards a two-slab structure, a standard rate and a merit rate with some special rate only for few select items. This is a clear statement coming from Finance Ministry, which is a departure from the earlier talks around that GST will be now three-slab structure. Remember, GST currently has four tax structure: 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. Now, the proposal is being that it is going to be two-slab structure. That's a huge and a massive information coming from Finance Ministry, and the whole plan also includes tax cut on common use and aspirational goods, which also includes some of the luxury goods. The center believes will boost consumption and ease the burden on the middle class. And clearly,
right. No, absolutely, Shrimi. I just wanted to come back to you about the two-slab structure. I believe this is the major change that has come in. On the flip side, the automated refunds, pre-filled returns, those are some of the things that I believe the industry already had on its wish list, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, this is also one of the highlights which Finmin, drawing, saying on the ease of living and compliance. They are outline a set of measures, aiming at ease of doing business. For example, they are pushing towards technology-driven registration processes, pre-filled GST return, automated and faster refunds, and especially, and these are for exporters and businesses affected by inverted duty structure. But you have to also understand that this time, any sort of ease of compliance is very important, particularly for exporters, keeping what is happening in the geopolitical space. So, of course, government is pushing to have simpler compliance for all sort of exporters here, and that's why the narrative coming here and the messaging from Finance Ministry coming here that we are going to focus on easing the registration process and have a provision of pre-filled GST return, which will definitely ease further the whole process of GST return, because it's quite cumbersome to kind of file returns with all specific details. But with pre-filled, like income tax, we have pre-filled income tax returns. So with GST, if they come up with this provision, it's definitely going to help businesses, because then they know what are the amount, what are the tax deduction they are getting under GST, what are the slab they coming in, and all those litigations and issues and ambiguity will go away if we have this pre-filled GST return. And of course, the government is emphasizing also on the fact that how Finance Ministry has already shared these reform blueprints with the group of ministers. Now, remember, group of ministers is working on the rate rationalization of GST, and in the upcoming GST Council meeting expected in September, we will see some major announcement now with, PM speech and the PM push on the whole this new GST reform. Definitely, we will see
absolutely. The clear messaging, Shrimi, that
Council.
seems to be coming right now is simple, stable, and transparent. Those are some of the keywords that we should be noting. In fact, let's also take the conversation